Hey YouTube, it's your boy Justin coming at ya. The new video. How's J Team doing? So, I'm here with another new video. So, as I was saying in my last video, I have this guy. Had smoke come out of him. The owner tried that owned this, tried to fix him, and when they tried to repair him, while he was apart, they put batteries in him, like they tried soldering a few things, and they put them together, pressed his button. He has batteries, brand new batteries in him right now, and there's just nothing. And he had smoke come out. So they obviously soldered something wrong. So what this is a what I like to call a punk rat. So it's a mechanical rat that this one doesn't actually sing. This one plays the Canada theme. So and how I know that is I looked up the model online of this guy, and right away it said Canada theme is the song that it plays. So that's how I know. So before I get into this, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Also, click on the bell down below so you can get my new upcoming videos and notifications. And hope you guys enjoy this video. So I'm just going to take the batteries out before I work on them. So I got Duracell or Energizers right there. Those are brand new too, by the way. They're like freshly charged batteries. There we go. So it only takes 3. I can put this back on because there's no screws in there. What would be funny is if they just soldered the wires in wrong, and that's why it was smoking and it was that easy to fix, but I don't really doubt it vaguely, but I doubt that they would have, considering that you open it up and you see, okay, that's where those wires go, and you just solder them back in where they went. What could have happened is they didn't, and the light's still nice and bright there. It's still working, the emergency light, so that's good. So we got screws here, and they don't look they look distilled, like distilled water hit them. When I dropped them, that might have just been battery corrosion that was on there. Who knows? But these guys, anyway, so these guys come apart fairly easily. A lot of these other mechanical dolls have a different way of being built. Oh wow! Is that all there is to this thing? Huh. So the circuit board in this guy, it's tiny. Wow, look at that. So, my friends, what do we have drop? Oh, piece of glue gun glue. So, the whole main board to this entire robotic toy, right there, that little tiny thing is the main board in this punk rat. Lots of other ones is a great big circular main board. That's all there is. That's the main board. And then inside them, it's just a bunch of wires. So from what I'm told, what they worked on was this main board. Ooh, that's not good. What was that? I'm going to take all this glue gun glue out. Oh, okay. It looks like this doll at one time was liquid damaged for sure, because there is corrosion on the board, water damage or another kind of liquid damage on the board itself. So what I'm trying to take off here is all this glue gun glue. Goodness, man. It's okay, there we go, there's that. Because there's a chip here, a processor. And I'm afraid that's what we're going to be taking off. The rest of the doll is so what has happened here? Why is this wire all tangled up? Let's untangle these wires if we can. Wow. We got tangled up wires here. So what I'm trying to do is untangle all these poor wires. It's still tangled up, so what I need to be able to see is where these wires are heading to. So we got our VCC main. Oh my goodness, what a mess. A bunch of stuff bent over that's, ooh, that was loose. Yeah, we got short outs all over this board. So perhaps what has happened to this guy and why he has shorted out is because things like components here were soldered in the wrong spot. And then if you do that, well, voltages are going to be wrong, and those where things start smoking, and you have real issues. So, goodness, why are you adding so much darn? There's so much glue gun with this. You didn't need to add all that glue. I guess he didn't want the guy. When I refer to he, what I mean is the owner, the last owner, added so much darn glue gun glue that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this white wire just lifted right off the board. I'd be happy if it didn't. So far, I'm lucking out. But there's more wires around it, so I'm trying to remove this all this glue gun glue. And that's nice, fresh, like no more than maybe a couple week old glue gun glue. So it's definitely not the original glue, if there even was ever glue in this doll on these parts. So what I'm going to do is I decided that I'm going to completely rebuild the circuit board in this doll. So we'll see. We'll see if I can get it to work. And I can also smell where the board baked and cooked. I'm just removing all these little parts. Come on. So all I'm doing, you guys, because whoa, don't cut myself. These are pretty sharp tweezers, so I'm trying to be careful here. So, what I'm doing here is I'm just about there to where I can start. I'm going to have to take a picture of the wires. And if I don't solder the wires in the right areas, then we're going to have real issues occur. We're going to really have things short out and have issues. So, okay, so I got all the glue out. Did I think that's it? Yeah, that's all of it. Oh, never mind. There's just a tiny little bit here on the other side of the processor. I gotta make sure all of this glue is out of here, because if it's not, I'm gonna ruin my brand new solder iron, and I don't want to ruin it. Okay, so now let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so after getting rid of all that annoying glue gun glue, here is now, come on, focus. Not focusing. Don't know why. You can sort of see right there, there's absolutely no glue. So the processor is this guy. But we're removing everything off the board, like every detailed part. Okay. So, okay. So I got a brand new solder iron. It's a 30 water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the excess things. I got this cool little stand. I just gotta push the thing through and bend it up like that. I might even bend it down a little bit like this. Set that there. It's nice to have a new iron because my other one was really well wore out and I could barely even solder anything with it. This I'm going to be able to gently touch the point that you know, connects to the now this one, what is the make of this one? It's just solder iron. So made in PRC, whatever that is. But there we go. Yeah, it's heating up. I'm just trying to position the stand just right. So now, nice, I like how it's heating up so fast. So while waiting, I'm gonna grab, where is that? Motorola. There she is. I got a phone that, I got this guy, Motorola Moto G 3rd gen. I found this phone when I was out walking on one of the walking trails. The owner said I could keep it because they pretty much threw it away because they were mad at it. It kept freezing on them and stuff. So when I got it, see how the screen is see-through all around in here? I removed that paint. When I had after I had the permission to keep it, that's when I took the screen off and removed that paint to do any kind of repair in the screen. I took the entire phone apart, cleaned it and everything. Is it still on or is it off? It's off. And this is what she looks like when she boots up. So I'll let you guys see it boot up. So it's just about there. And there you go. So I use this thing, the front facing camera is broken because when I glued the screen on, I didn't realize that there's actual super glue close to the area and it fogged up that area and dried like that. So now it's, when you go to use that camera, it's all nice and foggy. But the rear camera works good. So I'm gonna take pictures and make sure my rear camera is, wiped clean. So it's, there, that looks better. So what I'm gonna do, let's try to hold this as still as I can. What I'm doing here is I'm taking several pictures of the board. So I know come on. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, we have a wire that's in our way. A couple things are in our way here. Let me get them out of our way. Oops. Don't want to. I'm going to turn them a bit here. Okay, so that should be in one last picture here. and I need a picture of the negative and positive wire. Then I shut the phone off, and there we go. Now I'll remember where everything goes. So now all I have to do is have fun unsoldering a bunch of cables. I hope I got this black wire. Maybe just to be safe. Okay, I'm just gonna be safe here, you guys. On the phone. Okay. Just in case I didn't get that. So, got my nice brand new iron here. I shouldn't have to put too much pressure. It should be just a gentle little touch. Wire number 1. We're rebuilding this entire motherboard that's on here. So after I get the motherboard and all these wires out, then I'm going to take more pictures. Because I want to make sure that I put all the wires, all the components and everything in the exact way as they are in now. Unless I find ones that are in the wrong way. And don't worry, I'm not going to burn myself, you guys. I'm very careful. So now we can start untangling stuff because there's a bunch of tangled stuff. So now, as we can see, the red and black wire is unsoldered nicely, and battery pack unit is now out of the way. I'll put it right there so you guys can. Oh, don't worry, I didn't get hurt, you guys. Everything's all good. So some of these will be sensors, some of them will be motors. I'm expecting that one wire goes into here. Okay. One of the yellow wires. See, that's what happens with glue gun glues. The wire got a little bit stuck, but didn't luckily get on the actual bit of my iron. What I'm just doing now is making sure there's no. Okay. Another wire, so our yellow wires can be untangled. And those yellow wires are, okay, so the yellow wires that I just unsoldered go to the switch on his foot here, this little switch, okay? So we got one, what are these white ones going to? White ones are the speaker. So all I have to do is very gently touch. Shouldn't even have to put pressure, you just gently touch and it just unsolders. I really like solder irons when they're like that. You just gently touch and it unsolders. And you don't have to worry about making a mess. I'm not even putting pressure, I'm just gently hovering it above solder. There we go. White wires are removed. There's definite glue gun glue on one of these wires, or the plastic, so I could smell the stuff heating. So this is these two white wires I'm having my finger right here. Those are our speaker wires. So now I got my speaker wire here, the white ones. So these white ones here are speaker, These yellow ones right here are the leg switch, foot switch. And then we got an orange wire and a brown wire, which would be our electric motor that makes this guy do his little dance or whatever he does. Now, some of these punk rats do sing. It's just not this one. This one's like a limited Canadian edition punk rat. Okay, there's another wire, so our orange is now loose. And finally, last but not least, our brown is located right here. Oh, wait. I found out what it is. Okay. So now, there's all the wires, okay? So I'll have those all nicely organized. So I'll put him like that, and you guys should be able to see the, get the batteries out of the way. And put him back here so you can actually see the wires there. So we got all these wires. And then, last but not least, there's what the board looks like cleaned up with no wires. And there's what the back of the board looks like. Okay. So before I continue soldering at all, or desoldering I should be saying, I'm going to grab my camera here, just a phone, and we're going to take some pictures. Come on. And come on the side. Take a picture. Okay. And come close here. And then right here on these two. And the blue one. So now I'm good. So I can just unsolder everything now. So I'm going to start with, let's get the, let's remove some of these guys. If I can. I'm just trying right now to So what we can do is this. Ooh, careful. Touching a component after it gets warm usually isn't you can keep playing with it a little bit. And eventually what should happen is okay. There we go. Here's one of the components right here. So here's a little black component there. Whoops, I keep dropping it. So we got I'm just trying to see what the number is here. I think that's either an 80 or a B0 505D 331. So there's one. What is this guy right here? 80505 D331. So they're both the exact same components, so we're not going to mix those ones up and have them have any issues. Okay, so I'm trying here.